Okay. Hello students. So in the previous lecture we have discussed about the calculation of inductance for a single conductor, single solid conductors. So in this lecture we are going to discuss about the calculation of inductance for a single phase transmission line. Okay. So for determining the inductance, of a single phase transmission line, I am supposed to assuming a single phase system consisting of two conductors. Okay, single phase system consisting of two conductors that we taken labeling as conductor A and conductor B. Okay, conductor A, further I am assuming conductor A having a radius of RA, okay, radius of RA meters, and conductor B having a radius of RB meters. Okay, and here these two conductors, okay, conductor A and conductor B are placed at a distance of d meters, okay, capital D meters. Okay, further these are the conductors. Further I am assuming current flowing through this conductor is assumed as a IA. Current flowing through the conductor be assumed as a IA, and the direction will be inside the conductor. And further I am assuming current flowing through the conductor be the IB, and the direction of current will be taken as outside the conductor. Okay, current A in the conductor is inside the conductor, whereas the direction of the current through conductor B will be outward the conductor. So in such a way that IA plus IB, which is equivalent to 0. Okay, so these are the assumptions. Now we want to calculate the inductance of a single phase two-wire system. So here first I want to calculate inductance of conductor A. I want to first, for calculating the total single phase inductance, first I want to calculate the inductance of a conductor A. Now here conductor A will be, due to the current flowing through the current IA, that is current through the conductor A, there should be some magnetic flux will be established around the conductor, and due to the current flowing through the conductor B, that is due to the IB also, there should be a magnetic flux lines will be established. So the conductor A will be linked with the conductor current IA, similarly as well as the conductor B current IB. So here the total flux linkages can be determined by the two manners. The first one is flux linkages of conductor A due to its own current IA. Okay, the flux linkages of conductor A due to its own current IA, due to its own conductor current IA, will be written as let lambda AA is equivalent to nu naught by 2 pi into, from the previous class we have calculated nu naught IA by 2 pi into 1 by 4 plus logarithm of d by r. Okay, this is the flux linkages of conductor A due to current IA. One by 4 integral by x, the limits are RA and infinity into dx. That is the flux linkages. Otherwise we can written this lambda AA can be written as, okay, from this equation this value will be taken as nu naught into IA by 4 into 1 8 pi plus, if you, what is the integrating of this equation is logarithm x, right, logarithm of infinity into IA, sorry, 2 pi into 1 by 4 plus, if you substitute this value, integral of 1 by x is logarithm x, so substituting the value logarithm of infinity minus logarithm of RA. Okay, so from here similarly we can calculate flux linkages of conductor A, flux linkages of conductor A due to current in conductor B, that is IB. Flux linkages of conductor A due to current in conductor B, that is IB, can be written as lambda AB equivalent to nu naught IB by 2 pi, this one is pi, we have taken this one is equation number 1, nu naught IB by 2 pi into integral d to infinity 1 by x dx. This is equivalent to nu naught IB by 2 pi into logarithm of infinity minus logarithm of d. Okay. Here 1 by 4 term is not existing, as well as here the minimum value of d and maximum is infinity. Okay, maximum is infinity only up to infinity. Here I am considering the d only, because here up to point, here the current will be, magnetic field will be produced due to the conductor current in B. The magnetic flux will be surrounding this, so on. So up to this point distance d, from here to here, that is up to distance d, this flux linkage set up by current B is not linking with the conductor A. So from here onwards only the magnetic field set up by the conductor current IB will linking with the conductor A. That's why the minimum limit in this equation can be treated as d instead of r. Okay. While in the case of the here we are considering the RA, but here we are considering only d. Okay. Now from here let me taken as this equation as 2. This is the flux linkage of conductor A due to current IA, and this is the equation representing flux linkages of conductor A due to current B. So the total flux linkages of conductor A, total flux linkages of conductor A can be written as lambda A, which is equivalent to sum of the flux linkages lambda AA plus lambda AB. Substitute the value from equation 1, nu naught IA by 2 pi into 1 by 4 plus logarithm infinity minus logarithm RA, okay, logarithm RA plus lambda AB. So here substitute lambda AB from this equation, nu naught IB by 2 pi into logarithm infinity minus logarithm of d. Okay. So from here and this term, nu naught by 2 pi term is common factor. So what I am considering is nu naught by 2 pi will be taken as a common factor. From here IA into 1 by 4, that is IA by 4, and from here IA into logarithm of infinity, and from here IB into logarithm infinity, but in the both the terms, in this both the terms have taken logarithm of infinity will be taken as common factor, in we can taken as IA plus IB, right? Here IA into logarithm of infinity, IA logarithm infinity, here IB into logarithm of infinity, IB into logarithm infinity. From these two terms I am considering the logarithm infinity common factor, so logarithm infinity IA plus IB. And the next term is IA into minus, that is minus IA into logarithm RA. From here IB into minus, that is minus IB into logarithm D. Okay. So from here we know that IA plus IB, which is equivalent to 0 as we assumed in the initially. So this term will be eliminating, the IA plus IB equal to 0. So this entire term will be 0. So the lambda A, the flux linkages of conductor A can be obtained as nu naught by 2 pi into IA by 4 plus, here the rest term is minus here minus IA, here minus IB. I have taken minus IA into logarithm of RA. Now here from this expression IA plus IB equal to 0, we can written IB is equivalent to minus IA, right? Now I have to substitute IB equal to minus IA, so minus into minus IA will becomes the plus IA into logarithm of D. Okay, again I am mentioning that here minus IB is there. From that IA plus IB equal to 0, from that IB equal to minus IA, I am substituting IB equal to minus IA in this equation, so minus IB equivalent to plus IA. So I have this value. So here in these two terms, IA will be taken as in all the t terms, IA will be taken as common factor. So lambda A equivalent to nu naught IA by 2 pi into 1 by 4. From here what is this value is logarithm RA minus logarithm RA, and here logarithm D, that is logarithm D here minus logarithm RA. Okay. So from these two terms, again it is in the form of log A minus log B notation. So using the simplification, what is lambda A? Nu naught IA by 2 pi into 1 by 4 plus logarithm of D by RA. Okay. By using log A minus log B notation, that is log A by B, that is I am using D by RA. So from here I am eliminate this term. 1 by 4 can be represented in the logarithm term as in the previous class. That is, 1 by 4 can be written as logarithm of e power 1 by 4 plus logarithm of D by RA now this value can be written as nu naught IA by 2 pi into, this can be written as minus into logarithm of e power minus 1 by 4 plus logarithm of D by RA. So now in this bracket, this one is log A minus log B notation. So we can using simplification, lambda A becomes nu naught IA by 2 pi into logarithm of D by e power minus 1 by 4 into RA. Okay. So here in this denominator term, e power this term e power minus 1 by 4 into RA becomes the e power minus, the value of e power minus 1 by 4 is 0.7788 into RA. So this entire term can be written as RA dash, which is equivalent to 0.7788 RA. Okay. That is effective resistance of a conductor A. So this above equation, lambda A can be written as nu naught IA by 2 pi into logarithm of D by RA dash. Okay. So this is the flux linkages of conductor A. Okay, can be obtained by using this formula, nu naught IA by 2 pi into logarithm of D by RA dash. That will be taken as equation number 3. So now we can calculate inductance. Inductance of conductor A. Inductance of conductor A, that is LA, can be calculated as, it is a ratio of flux linkages of conductor A to the current flowing through the conductor A, that is lambda LA equivalent to lambda A by IA. Now substitute the value of lambda A from equation 3, nu naught IA by 2 pi into logarithm of D by RA dash divided by IA. So here IA, here IA will get cancel each other. So the resultant value will be LA equivalent to nu naught by the resultant value nu naught by 2 pi into logarithm of D by R dash. The units are Henry per meter. So this is, let me taken this one as equation number 4. So this is the inductance of conductor A. Okay, inductance of conductor A is mu naught by 2 pi into logarithm of d by RA. Sorry, RA dash. Okay. Similarly, if you derive the similar expressions for till now, I have derived the flux linkages of conductor A, then inductance of a conductor A, LA. Similarly, we can use the same concept, flux linkages of conductor B, then after the inductance of conductor B can be obtained as similar manner. So the inductance of conductor B can be obtained as LB equivalent to mu naught by 2 pi into logarithm of d by RB dash Henry per meter. The same entire one is same, but only in this equation in the logarithm denominator term of logarithm RA dash, but it can be, if you derive the same expression for conductor B also, we can get the inductance of conductor B can obtain as mu naught by 2 pi into logarithm of d by RB dash. Okay. Now, therefore, total loop inductance, will be taken, this one as equation number 5. Okay. So therefore, total loop inductance of this single phase transmission line, loop inductance means inductance of total two-way system, can be obtained as L loop equivalent to summation of inductance in a conductor A and inductance of conductor B. Now substitute the value of LA from equation 4, that is mu naught by 2 pi into logarithm of d by RA dash plus LB from equation 5, LB can be written as mu naught by 2 pi into logarithm of d by RB dash. Okay. So from these two terms we can take an, from these two terms mu naught by 2 pi can be taken as common factor, mu naught by 2 pi into logarithm of d by RA dash plus the second term logarithm of d by RB dash. Okay. So now if you observe in this bracket of these two terms, this is again in the form of log A plus log B. So log A plus log B is resultant is log AB. Okay. Now using this simplification, the L loop inductance can be written as mu naught by 2 pi into logarithm of, this is in the form of log A plus log B. The log A plus log B equivalent to log A plus log B is logarithm AB. Okay. Using this value, I can return this bracket term can be d into d, that is d square by RA dash into RB dash. So this is the loop inductance of A, that will be taken equation number 6. So units are Henry per meter. So this is the total loop inductance of a single phase transmission line. Loop inductance equal to mu naught by 2 pi into logarithm of d square by RA dash into RB dash. Okay. For example, if both the conductors, conductor A as well as the conductor B are identical, that indicates that if you are using identical conductors, that means diameters of the two conductors are equal, that means the radius of the two conductors are equal, that is RA equivalent to RB. That indicates that if RA and RB are equal, that indicates RA dash equivalent to RB dash, since RA dash equal to 0.77 times RA and RB dash equal to 0.77 times RB, right. So if the both conductor A and conductor B are identical, okay, if conductor A and conductor B are identical, RA equivalent to RB, therefore RA dash equivalent to RB dash, I am assuming as R dash. Okay. Now the above equation becomes loop inductance equivalent to mu naught by 2 pi into logarithm of d square by RA dash equal to R into R dash into R dash. So this equation becomes mu naught by 2 pi into logarithm of d by, here r dash into r dash, that is r dash square, and d by r dash whole square. And this equation becomes, here 2 can be shifted into outside the logarithm, this one is 2 into nu naught by 2 pi into logarithm of d by r dash. Here 2 gets cancel each other. Therefore, loop inductance, which is equivalent to nu naught by pi into logarithm of d by r dash. The units are Henry per meter. This is the loop inductance of a single phase transmission line. Okay. So, if you substitute this nu naught equal to 4 pi into 10 power minus 7, we will get this loop inductance L loop equivalent to, if substituting nu naught equal to 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 by pi into logarithm of d by r dash. Here pi and pi gets cancel each other. So, therefore, the loop inductance of a single phase conductor is, single phase system is 4 into 10 power minus 7 into logarithm of d by r dash Henry per meter. We can use this equation or using this equation. So, okay, this is the way we have to calculate the total loop inductance of a single phase transmission system. Okay. So, total inductance of a loop inductance of a single phase transmission system can be calculated by using this formula, nu naught by pi into logarithm of d by r dash. Okay. Let me move on to the problematic part. Okay. Okay, sir. Okay. Now, we will discuss about some few problems on inductance calculation. So, the first problem, so here, okay, find the question is, we need to find the loop inductance per kilometer of a single phase transmission line consisting of two parallel conductors 1.5 meter apart and 1.5 cm diameter. Also obtain the reactance of transmission line. Okay. So, this is the question. Now, focus on this case. We need to find the loop inductance per kilometer of a single phase transmission line consisting of two parallel conductors which are displaced by a 1.5 meter apart and 1.5 cm diameter. Also, you need to calculate the resistance or reactance of a transmission line. So, what is the here distance between? So, we need a single phase transmission line of two conductors, conductor A and conductor B. Okay. So, these two conductors which is displaced by a 1.5 meter apart, that is distance d, and the radius diameter is given as, diameter of each value is given as 1.5 cm. Okay, both the conductors given as identical value. So, I am assuming given data, the given data is specified as distance between the conductors d equivalent to 1.5 meters. Okay. Now, the diameter, this is the first parameter, the diameter of conductor is given as small d is equivalent to 1.5 cm. 1.5 cm. Now, converting the units of this value is given in centimeters. I want to convert into same units in meters since we are deriving the inductance value per meter. So, hence I want to convert all the dimensions into unique unique units. So, I want to convert this cm into meter. What is the factor we have to using to multiply with this value to meet the meter is 1.5 into, I want to multiply the factor is 10 power minus 2. So, this one is diameter of the conductor is 1.5 into 10 power minus 2 meter. So, therefore, radius of conductor can be calculated as r equivalent to d by 2, which is equivalent to 1.5 into 10 power minus 2 by 2. Okay. So which is given as 1.5 by 2, 0.75 into 10 power minus 2 meter. So this is the R value, that is radius. So the effective radius of a conductor, that is R dash. Effective radius of R dash is equal to, we can take as 0.7788 times the R. So substitute the value of R. From this value 0.7788 into R equivalent to 0.75 into 10 power minus 2. So from that we can calculate this equation. Multiplying these 2 in this calculator, we will get the R dash equivalent to 0.005841 meters. Okay, this is the R dash value and this is the distance between the spacing between the two conductors. Now the loop inductance, we are calculating the loop inductance. Loop inductance of this transmission line, two line transmission line, L loop equivalent to, we are already calculated, that value is 4 into 10 power minus 7 into logarithm of d by R dash Henry per meter. So now substitute this value, 4 into, that is L loop equivalent to 4 into 10 power minus 7 into logarithm of, substitute the d value, that is 1.5 meter, divided by R dash value, that is 0.005841. Okay, this is the Henry per meter. Now if you use the calculator, that is logarithm of 1.5 by 0.005841. What is the value? We will get is, this 4 into 10 power minus 7 into the logarithm of 1.5 by 0.005841, we will get the value of about 5.54. If you are multiplying this value, 4 into 5.54 into 10 power minus 7, we will get the value is approximately 22.1 into 10 power minus 7. Here the value are Henry per meter. But in the question they are asking that loop inductance per kilometer. This is the per meter. So if we want to for kilometer, I want to multiply this value with the 1000. That is, this is the value we obtained per meter inductance per meter. We need to per kilometer. So 1 kilometer equal to 1000 meters. So I want to multiply with this term with the 1000. So this, so that this finally the loop inductance per km can be obtained as 22.1 into 10 power minus 1000, 10 power minus 4 Henry per kilometer. Okay, so this is the loop inductance per kilometer for a given problem. So in this problem, okay, hope you are understanding. Now again I am repeating. So the distance between these two conductors is given as 1.5 meter and the diameter of individual conductor is represented as 1.5 centimeter. So I want to convert this 1.5 into centimeter into meter. I want to multiply with the factor 10 power minus 2. That is, diameter is 1.5 into 10 power minus 2 meter. So the radius of the conductor R equal to d by 2, we will get this 1.5 into 10 power minus 2 by 2, we will get the 0.75 into 10 power minus 2 meter. So now substituting that, we need to calculate the effective radius of this conductor. So R dash equivalent to 0, we know that equation 0.7788 times the actual radius of the conductor R. Now substitute the value of R from this term, we will get this, that is 0.7788 into 0.75 into 10 power minus 2, we will get this R dash equal to about 0.005841 meters. So we need to calculate inductance, loop inductance. So just now in this lecture we derived the loop inductance of a single phase transmission line. We get equation is 4 into 10 power minus 7 into logarithm of d by R dash. So I have to substitute the value of d and R dash, that is d is 1.5 and R dash is 0.005841. So substitute this value, we will get the finally 22.1 into 10 power minus 7. This equation is used for units are Henry per meter. But in this question they are asking that loop inductance per kilometer. So I want to simply multiplying the factor per 1 kilometer, we have to use the 1000 meters. So I have to multiply this term with the 1000. We will get the total loop inductance per kilometer equal to 22.1 into 10 power minus 7 into 1000. We'll get this, the value will be 10 power minus 4. So the loop inductance per kilometer is 22.1 into 10 power minus 4 Henry per kilometer. Now we are moving on to next question. In the same question they are asking about reactance of transmission line. Okay. Now we have to calculate the reactance of a transmission line. Reactance of a transmission line. Okay. Generally we are represented by XL. Since it is a, we are calculating only inductance. So XL is used for denotation of a inductor reactance, right? So we need to calculate the XL value for this single phase transmission line. As you know that XL value, okay, from the basics of the circuit, the inductive reactance can be calculated by using the formula, it is omega into L. Okay, XL can be obtained by using the basic circuit formula XL equivalent to omega into L, where omega is the angular frequency, where this omega can be is nothing but it is a omega is the value of 2 pi f. Okay. So now substitute this value of omega in this expression. So XL can be obtained as 2 pi f into L, where here this term f is nothing but frequency of the transmission line system. Okay, f is nothing but frequency of the transmission line system. But in this question they are not mentioning about the frequency of the system. But as you know that frequency of the power system is generally used in India is 50 Hz. Okay, the frequency used in India is generally 50 Hz. Okay, so in this problem we are assuming the frequency of 50 Hz for calculating this inductive reactance of this transmission line. Now substitute the value of this f value and the inductance which is already computed previously. Now in this expression XL equivalent to 2 pi into, now substitute the value of f, that is frequency, that is 50 Hz, into, now substitute the value of inductance per kilometer which is already calculated, that is 22.1 into 10 power minus 4. 22.1 into 10 power minus 4. Okay. So this value is calculated, the units of this XL value is ohm, and this is calculated per kilometer length of a transmission line. Since we are using this value, that is inductance value used in this equation is 22.1 into 10 power minus 4 per kilometer value. So hence the units of the inductive reactance is ohm per kilometer value. So if you are using this calculator, you can multiply this all this factor, will becomes XL equivalent to 0.694 ohm per kilometer. Okay. By use calculator, by multiplying these values, we will get the inductive reactance XL equivalent to 0.694 ohm per kilometer. Okay. Again I am repeating, the reactance of a transmission line generally represented by a, generally we are denoted by a inductive reactance. Since we are calculating they are asking the reactance of a transmission line due to this inductance. Okay. So XL. So this we know that from the basics of the circuits, transmission line circuits, XL equivalent to omega L. Okay. By using this formula, we have to determine the inductive reactance XL. So XL equivalent to omega L, where omega is the angular frequency, which is nothing but 2 pi f. Okay. Now substitute this value 2 pi f into L. I have to substitute this frequency. So since in this problem the frequency is not specified in this question, so I am assuming the frequency value of 50 Hz. Okay. I am assuming the frequency value of 50 Hz. Since we are in all the power systems and electrical systems in India, we are generally using the 50 Hz frequency. I am assuming the frequency value of 50 Hz in this equation and substitute the value of f equal to 50 in this equation and L equivalent to 22.1 into 10 power minus 4 Henry per kilometer as you calculated just now, and substituting this value, if you multiplying these equations, we will get the about the value XL equal to 0.694 ohm per kilometer. Okay.